Let's go, boy.
Dude, back on the schedule. Let's go. With the shittiest podcast out there.
I got schedules.
Oh,
I got schedules.
Dude, what a good cast. What a terrible cast. But hell yeah.
Like 2 downloads last week? That's badass.
Dude, fuck yeah. What episode is it?
53.
2.
All right.
Hey, you're fucking up though. That means that we're back on track of our podcast.
Go,
Hell yeah. I said yeah. Episode 52. Back on a decent schedule for a week straight. So probably touch on a couple little things. I know there's like a lot happening kind of right now. Battlefield 2042 early access just came out today, and doesn't look like it's really going that well for them. Shocker.
Really?
Yeah, it's having server connections. It's glitchy. I'm looking at a headline here now that says Battlefield 2042 is crashing Xbox consoles. Like, it's Battlefield.
It was the alpha or the beta?
No, it's like the early access of the game. So like the game. Yeah, so it's like if you have EA Play Pro or you bought like the gold edition, I believe, of Battlefield, you get to play a week early because it doesn't come out until the 19th, next Friday. But if you pretty much shelled out a fuckload of money, you could start playing it now. But it's glitching and having server problems and buggy. So
interesting.
So congrats to everyone who spent $100. And then I know we mentioned last time we were going to talk a little bit about Hunt. We'll touch on that in a little bit. Is there any things that like stuck out to you that you wanted to?
Yeah, we'll cover what's on sale right now, the Steam sale. There's some cool stuff on there.
Should do that. We should make that like a thing, like talk about a Steam sale every week. Hell yeah.
Right.
Fuck you.
I've got some tidbits, and then I have an that we can talk about.
God, that sounded like shit on my end. I thought your mic was glitching out for a second. I was like, dude, what the fuck happened? We're going to have to restart.
I have an article from CNET on the best video games released in 2021 so far.
Okay.
That, we're gonna talk to you like we used to back in the old days.
I feel like there's going to be some stuff on that list that's going to trigger both of us.
Yeah, and the reason I pulled this one up is because I've looked at some, but not this one, so it'll be news for me going through each one as well.
Okay, cool. So you're going in blind as well. I didn't know if there's something like you like kind of pre-prepared or something.
And then I guess we could just start with the Steam store right now. Obviously, today is the 12th of November. This game looks kind of cool. The Ascent. I haven't heard of it, but I was just clicking through it now.
It's like stupid popular.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Obviously, Orcs Must Die. I'm a big fan of that franchise. It's on sale. Orcs Must Die 3 is on sale right now.
I'm convinced that game had zero press or any sort of advertisement because we were just checking one day, and I remember I was like, dude, is Orcs Must Die 3 like a new one? And you were like, what? And like that's when you figured out that it was out.
Right. And then this other game that's had my eye for quite a few months, but I never got it. I might get it now because it's 75% off. It's called Barrow Trauma.
I literally was just looking at that. I was going to bring that up if you didn't talk about it. I was like, damn, this looks kind of fucking cool.
The game's always looked cool to me, but I've never pulled the trigger because it's, to me, it just, you'd have to look at it. It's hard to describe over the podcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a different style of game.
Yeah, it's very like, from what I'm looking at, it looks like almost just kind of like an exploring, like kind of dungeon crawlery, like 2D style game, but the atmosphere looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like submarines and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, my little tidbit that I'm going to throw in, which I know is going to trigger you.
Is it multiplayer? Real quick. Could we co-op that game? Fuck.
It's, I just wanted you to know that the news we're getting about Elder Scrolls is that the Skyrim Anniversary Edition loads so fast, it's making some mods break the game.
I saw that.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? A game 10 years later, it can load so fast. No fucking shit. It's on like I'm running a fucking 3080 in this tower right now. Oh, it can load it so fast. Yeah, it's 10 years old.
It better load it fast.
We better write an article about. Get the fuck out of here. I'm pissed already.
What do they call that joke? It's like a boring slow day at the office, slow day at the newsroom or whatever. I saw a headline like that, and I thought it was a joke where it was like, Elder Scrolls, like, Anniversary Edition or whatever, runs so well that it's causing problems. And I'm like, excuse me?
No shit.
I'm like, well, yeah, fucking cool, dog.
You can run Skyrim on a fucking phone.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You can, so good for that. Dude, so what you're saying is you want to buy it?
That's my trigger of the moment.
For now. That's not to say that, yeah. There's a game there's a game that's on sale. I'm just looking at like the Steam specials. It's called Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey.
I've always been interested in that game.
I'm like, I can't tell, like, because I've seen it pop up before, and I can't tell if it would be a fun game or not. The premise sounds cool, but yeah.
Yeah, am I gonna buy it? Probably not. But I mean, it's a cool idea for a game.
Hell yeah, dude. But Skyrim, it runs so good.
Gotta be quiet at work,
dude. I'm buying Skyrim right now. Fuck you. I want it to load and just crash my PC, blow it up, and then I can just wait on chips.
Because it's so fast?
Yeah. That's the chip shortage. Skyrim was blowing up so many PCs that, like, chips weren't so high demand, and now you can't do anything with it. Nice. Real quick, just we're kind of touching on a touchy subject here, but because you brought it up, I just thought it would be funny to touch on it on the podcast. But unless you're living under a rock, there is a pretty big trial going on in the country right now, the Rittenhouse trial. And you had sent me a video where I'm assuming it was I'm very bad when it comes to law. I'm assuming it was the prosecutor was questioning.
It was the prosecution going after Rittenhouse.
Yeah, I said my terms are bad, but he was like, essentially when Rittenhouse was on the stand, the prosecutor was like, so you like playing Call of Duty, a game where you shoot people with AR-15s, and it's like, all right, man, like, at that point, it's like, whatever things you had said before, I'm like, you're grasping at straws, and your argument is just starting to buckle under you. Like, you're losing ground, and it's like, it's so annoying that that's still being used by old assholes who don't know how to fucking turn on a TV without physically. Yeah, they don't know how to turn on a TV without, like, fucking getting up and touching it. They're like, you played a game, that makes you a killer, and it's like, okay, sure, dude, you got me. It's like, so does that mean, like, if I play, like, fucking farming simulator, does that mean I can go start a farm and, like, fucking, like, you know, sustain, like, my entire fucking, my entire neighborhood? No. So fucking stupid. I remember you talked about it, and I was like, okay, let's at least bring this up. I mean, I know you agree with him that you think games make you violent.
Nice.
Oh, Overwatch makes you violent.
What a shitty fucking take, though. Like,
it really is.
Video games into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's grasping at straws. Like,
yeah,
I didn't keep
poop.
Dude, nice. Episode 52, the best podcast. Jesus Christ. But yeah, sick.
Anyways, yes. I on a serious note, I do think that again, I don't think that's where they should be going with that, and it's just attacking a video game for the actions of a person is just like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, not only, and I'm not even a Call of Duty fan, but like, oh, I need to pick the game that I know, the one I see all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the only time you could make an argument for something like that is if like you pulled up like Rittenhouse's Steam account and he had like 4 games and one of them was Hatred and he had like 4,000 hours. Like,
or
I'm not even making a joke. You know what I mean? I'm being serious. Like, that's the only time I feel like you could be like, this steered you into it.
Yeah, something like that, or like the instance where that one guy built like a replica of his school and like Counter-Strike or some shooter or whatever, and it's like that. At that point, it's like, okay, this is a little bit of grounds for concern right here. But it's like, right, if someone just hops on, plays a game of Call of Duty like every couple days,
you're a killer.
Okay, I mean, by that case, like, yeah, I should have a fucking body count that rivals a war. But yeah, good one. Dude, what about Skyrim, though? I'm literally just scrolling through websites, and I just keep seeing Skyrim shit, and it's pissing me off. You didn't make the cut.
Oh, God, don't get me started on that. Actually, you know what? Let me pull it up. Let's see where they are.
Yes!
Let me see where they are. Where is Skyblivion at?
Probably fucking dead.
Let's see if they've had any other updates since the cut. Hang on, I'm trying to get there.
Since the cut.
Nope, nothing new.
I guess nope. They're not making the cut.
They are not making the cut indeed. Oh, you didn't make the cut. You can't help us finish the game. Like 20 years later, you still didn't make my cut. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, at this point, this guy just needs to like hand off the reins of managing this thing to somebody who's not incompetent and not a dickhead. Anyways, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole because I might actually, like, my ears are getting hot talking about that.
I love that that's always an instant trigger for you.
It's just so stupid. You didn't make the cut. What cut? What fucking cut, man? What's the cut? You mean the cut to just, like, post videos of myself talking in some dingus voice? Well, here in Oblivion, we have different character models. We had people volunteer to help us, but not everyone could help. You didn't make the cut.
Dude, you were into this.
Fucking pissed, man.
You're into this.
Trying to get fucking reported?
I'm in.
Anyways, you want to talk about that video game release list?
Yeah, let's go for that. The best of 2021 or whatever.
I would if Microsoft would stop trying to get me to log into shit.
Dude, Microsoft loves that, though. They need all your info.
Okay, so here, this is, I'm assuming it's from 10 down to 1 of the best video games so far in 2021. And this was written as of November 10th, so just a few days ago, by Daniel Von Boom and Mark Serrels, Serrels. So we'll just start, and we'll see how many of these we know, and we'll talk about them. First one is this game called Unpacking.
Never heard of it.
It says, I'll read the little synopsis. It's hard to imagine a video game about unpacking boxes being a compelling game of the year candidate, but here we are. Unpacking is a game about moving house and putting objects in the right place, but it's also unique about the objects that make up our lives. I'm going to pass on this one. I'm already out on this list.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, the second game is bringing me back. Metroid Dread.
Hell yeah.
So I don't think we need to talk too much about that. I know we both have harped on how Metroid is a console seller for somebody like me. So,
and they still need to make a movie for it.
They will. I'm sure they will eventually.
God,
that would be a badass movie.
It'd be so good.
So the next one is Eastward.
I can't say I've heard of that one either.
So I recognize kind of the image. It's a top-down game in the 16-bit format. It's an RPG, and people are comparing it to like Zelda, Link of the Past, and Earthbound, blah, 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 all those style of games.
Looks kind of cool.
Though, how like all the time, like despite all the technology we have, it's like people are still going back and making 16-bit games that are like super popular.
I mean, yeah. I'm looking at images for it, and yeah, it looks cool as fuck.
Yep, and then the next one is Deathloop.
I honestly, like, when that was announced, I thought it was cool, but it just didn't strike me.
It sounds cool. I mean, the synopsis is it's a murder mystery puzzle game about waking up on a beach to find you're stuck in a time loop. An old age tale that never goes out of style. The combat system allows for thrilling experimentation, excellent voice acting, brings a memorable cast, blah, blah, blah. And what I remember is people were saying that the graphics of that game rivaled Cyberpunk, actually.
Really?
That's what I remember people saying, is that you could get the quality of Cyberpunk without the strain on your machine.
Dude, but Cyberpunk, though.
Sound like an old man on the machine.
A good one.
And this next one, I've always wanted to play. It's actually on sale on Steam Store right now. I might get it. Disco Elysium.
I've heard, like, nothing but great game. I'm pretty sure that one, like, little game of the year is, like, not too long ago, or, like, awards for something. Because isn't it like an enhanced edition? Because it's been out for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's Disco Elysium, the final cut.
Yeah, no, I'm literally looking at Steam, very positive out of 40,000 reviews.
Yeah, it's one of those games that when it's on sale, I'll probably get. I'm not sure if it's my cup of tea style of game, but I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it.
Yeah. If you get it, let me know. It looks good.
So this next one, I know we both will agree that it deserves to be on here, Resident Evil Village.
Okay. Have you played that one yet by any chance?
Nope, not yet.
Same.
But I again only heard good things about it, which, you know, for a Resident Evil game, that's such the kind of game that could just be so fucking bad.
True. Are they making, speaking of Resident Evil, aren't they making like a series on Netflix or something? Like Resident Evil, like something like Raccoon City or whatever?
I think so, yeah.
That could be badass, even though some of the other Resident Evil movies have been kind of, interesting to say the least.
Right. And then the next one I haven't played, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Okay.
Not a Ratchet and Clank guy, never played it. Can't speak to it.
They're fun. If you've played one, I feel like if you played one, you've played them all, but they're good. Dude.
The next one is for the Switch, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Okay.
I know you love that, don't you?
Sure.
Do you like that?
No.
Do you like Mario being on this list?
I mean, it makes sense that like anything Nintendo just like rubs their dick on is going to be on there.
You love how they treat their fans, don't you?
Dude, they treat them so good. Fucking
like that?
Like, hey, give us all your money. Hey, look at all these cool games. And be like, oh, you want to show them to everyone? Fuck you. Want to make YouTube videos? No. You want to make a tournament? No. That's not us.
So you want me to trigger you?
Nice.
Super Mario 3D World was originally a Wii U game that is now on the Switch.
Nice. It's a fucking remake.
Do you like it?
Dude, and you know what's crazy is how much the Wii U was hated. I guarantee, like, Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, everyone was like, it's so good.
So this next one I've played a little bit of, and I'm having a good time with it, Hitman 3.
Hell yeah.
So I'm enjoying Hitman 3. Not much to talk about there. You know, it's one of those big name titles. It's always going to do well as long as they put a little bit of effort into it.
Was that the one that you said that kind of had, like, like kind of how we talked about the Alec Baldwin Rust thing? Was Hitman 3 the one that you said had like the mission that was very similar to that, or was that a different Hitman?
I think it was Hitman Blood Money, one of the older ones.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
This next game, never heard of it. It Takes Two.
Oh, so this is like a co-op game. It's meant to be played with two people, like, and you're supposed to like work together to like beat the game. And like you can couch co-op it or like online split screen it. It was supposed to be like
cool.
I think it's made by the same people that did, you know, that A Way Out. I think it was made by those same people where it's meant to be like heavily co-opted. So
yeah, yep. It says it takes about 12 hours, all co-op.
Nice.
So I never played Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter Rise is on here for Switch.
Yeah, never. I played them a little bit. They're fun.
Oh, I know you're gonna like this one.
Nice.
New Pokemon Snap.
So, okay, honestly, so in terms of me harping on Nintendo, Pokemon Snap was actually one that I was like, you know what? If any series needed to be brought back, it was that. That or Pokemon Stadium. Like, now that Pokemon Snap's out, I'm like, dude, if they came out and were like, hey, we're bringing back Pokemon Stadium, I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. I'll give you that. I played Snap like crazy when I was a kid. Do you ever? You remember that shitty fucking Nintendo game where you could like talk to the Pikachu on like the Nintendo 64?
What was it called? Like Hey You Pikachu?
I think so. And it's like he'd never listen to you no matter what you said. What a joke of a game.
All right, the next one triggers me. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, but the graphics.
Get the fuck they look worse.
Dude, they're better. They're better.
No, I'm not even going to talk about that. Psychonauts 2.
I know it's like a popular game. I never could get into the first one, and I watched one of my buddies stream the second one, and I was just like, it's cool looking, but I would pass on it.
Well, yeah, that's the end of the list. I'm not sure how much I agree with it, but that's okay.
Dude, so just for shits and giggles, I was on Steam looking at the Skyrim anniversary, and I was reading through some of the reviews, and 2 reviews down, you'll like this one. It was a not recommended review, and it said, still no ultra-wide aspect ratio fix, but you did manage to steal free mods and sell them for $20. Okay.
I do like. I mean, that's what it is.
But no, but do you like how this game's been re-released? God knows how many times. This is the 10-year anniversary, 2021, and the game doesn't have ultra-wide support.
That's so fucking stupid, man.
You know what game did?
Yeah, Predator. Even Predator has fucking ultra-wide.
Yeah, and that game was a dumpster fire, and now it's good. And then, Skyrim.
Oh, God.
Dude. Yeah, the reviews are... If you want an interesting day, just go on to Steam, look up Elder Scrolls Skyrim Anniversary, and just start reading the reviews. Oh
God!
And surprisingly, there's a decent amount of thumbs up reviews, so a good one. Mostly positive with a 74% out of 1,600 reviews. Okay. Don't really agree with that.
People are stupid. People just buy it again and again and again. Oh, this is a sick game, bro.
Like, all they added new was survival mode and fishing, and people are just take my money, even though those were literally free mods. And there's free mods that are hey, here's a whole new goddamn game. New Predator. Speaking of
nice.
No, because you mentioned it earlier. Nice. Do you see that they have Resident Evil 4 on VR now, or they're coming out with it?
I did.
Dude, you gonna get it? Is it coming out to PSVR?
I am not sure.
Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. It looks like it's only on the Quest 2, which is interesting.
Ghoul Quest.
All right, that's interesting that it wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it's a Quest 2 only. That's cool. Facebook needs because Facebook needs gamers. Or sorry, not Facebook, Meta.
Cool.
The metaverse. Welcome to the metaverse, boy.
Not there yet.
Fucking weird lizard freak Zuckerberg.
Banned, reported.
Probably, in all honesty. I mean, you make a meme page on his account and someone reports it once and he's just fuck you and your account.
Oh, God.
Dude, what a fucking joke. Also, too, since you were talking about Predators earlier, Predator Hunting Grounds, did you see that a new Predator movie was announced? We talked about this a little bit earlier.
I did indeed. Tell us about it.
So it's a new Predator movie, and it's called Prey, which I guess, good one. But it's taking place, I think it said it was 300 or 400 years ago, and it's I believe a Navajo woman. Let me see, just because now I don't want to accidentally say the wrong ethnicity, but essentially it's Native American predator. They come to Earth to hunt a Native American, which I'm this could really be interesting. Also, it's coming to Disney Plus, well, Hulu, which is Disney, but a Native American themed predator movie could be really badass because they've always been kind of sci-fi and stuff like this. So seeing it with the throwback like this, I think this one could be pretty fucking brutal.
I hope
no,
so.
sorry. So it was sorry. It wasn't Navajo. It was Comanche. Sorry. Dude, I'm in.
I hope so. I mean, I would like that to be cool. To be good, just because it's unique.
It's super unique. And the poster for it's awesome.
Right. I would be all about that.
Last Predator movie kind of fucking sucked though, so it's that's the only thing is I'm man, the track record of the last one being so bad, you have a lot to do to make this one good. They should have, honestly, what I wanted them to make was they should have made a sequel to Predators. They set it up for a sequel at the end of it, and then nothing ever happened.
Right.
That would have been fun. That movie was awesome. Fuck you. But yeah. Dude, what about Hunt though?
Dude, and I would say before I forget, though, I would like to mention to everybody, in case you've also been living under a rock, that GTA 3 and Vice City and San Andreas are all getting the upgrade treatment.
Oh, yeah, they came out today, actually.
I did. I was looking at I came out today nice.
I did.
What I meant to say was I'm actively looking at some of the gameplay, and it's not a remaster to the modern engine, but they definitely put in work to where they kept the feel of the old style Vice City, but it's obviously upgraded. Time.
Think of Halo, original Halo and then Halo Anniversary. They kind of did that where they just reskinned it, but all the mechanics stayed the same. But it still maintains that old school touch.
Right. It still looks like Vice City, but it's cleaned up a lot.
It looks good though.
Oh, that's a day one buy for me.
Well, hold on about that because I just saw this article from PC Gamer, came out an hour ago by Tyler Culp, and it's the title of this article is GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition is a mess.
Oh God!
And apparently there's like graphical errors, texture errors. It's running like shit. The Rockstar launcher was messed up.
Oh,
so
God.
Yeah, so it's like, God damn it, man! Like, I'm probably I'm probably like the problem with the gaming community now because it's like at this point I don't expect games to come out and work when they release, and it's like maybe I'm the problem to just be like, yeah, who could have seen this coming? But it's like, why does this keep happening so much? Like, why haven't we had a good release? And like, when's the last time we had a game that released good? Like, can you even think?
Right.
And it's like, God damn, like I can understand if it was a new game, but it's like, I don't know the ins and outs of development, but it's like you had the foundation, a lot of foundation to work on. It should have just been like, like granted, I know a lot of work was put into it, but it wasn't building a whole new game from the ground up. So it's like, why are we still having these problems? And it's like, I already like, I'm even at this point, like, with Battlefield, it's like, I'm not getting it until it releases, but it's like, I'm already like, yeah, the game's going to be buggy. Even with Halo, I'm like, yeah, the game's going to be buggy. I'm just expecting at this point, every game, I'm like, man, I'm excited for this game, but not excited for the bugs that will inevitably come at launch.
Right. Nope, I agree.
Big example, if I can remember, it's weird because we talked about it earlier, is Predator Hunting Grounds. That game was a fucking shit show at launch.
Oh, it was bad, man.
Gotten a lot better, but holy fuck at launch, it was just terrible. And now we just play it and mog the fuck out of Predators, which we should actually play some tonight.
Yeah, we should.
Get Scott to get it. Scott's coming back tomorrow. Oh, God. But yeah, then I guess another, just because I know you already said you had your triggered moment, but just because I always like hearing it, you're still playing Overwatch, and we talk about Overwatch all the time. The game's what? How many years old now? Like 6? It's been around for a while. How was
It's been around it's been a while.
How's the community going on that game?
Oh, it's just as bad as it's always been, man. It's bad. I get on there and like you miss like one hook as Roadhog, and people are still like once you get the fuck off that character, you don't know how to play it, and it's like, bruh, like I will stomp your face in.
I always like whenever I see you on like Discord playing Overwatch, or whenever you're like, I'm gonna go play, I know that within 30 minutes I'm gonna get a screenshot of like messages, and it's all, of course, without a doubt, it's just like some guys like you said, like, oh, nice hook, or like, hey, sick heals, and you're just like, fuck you. Every time, every fucking game, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like, why do you still play?
Because what the fuck other competitive online games do we have? Valorant?
I mean, honestly,
Counter-Strike, Halo,
Counter-Strike. I remember I was like, when Andy got his PC, I'm like, hey, let's go play competitive Counter-Strike. And the first game we got into had 4 hackers in it, and Andy was just like, this is a fun game to play. I was like, God damn.
Right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just like, what are the alternatives right now? We're kind of in a desert of fun, competitive online team games right now.
Let's go play Call of Duty. New one just came out. What a joke, man. Yeah, I'm hoping that like it's just a couple more weeks of like what the fuck else is to play, and then with Battlefield and Halo, hopefully.
Oh, you're back on board for Halo?
I mean, I want to play the campaign. I'm kind of
that Halo game. Oh,
I don't
hate it. Gets back on it the day it comes out. I need it.
I mean, all right, the same could be said with you on Overwatch. I guarantee you have more hours. I guarantee you have more hours in Overwatch than I do on Halo.
I'm smiling and angry.
Dude, you want to put that to the test?
Oh, I'm so angry.
Dude, that means I'm right.
Put what to the test?
That you have more hours in Overwatch than I do on Halo.
Oh, that's impossible.
Oh!
That's impossible.
I just looked on like my recording, and that peaked the fuck out of my mic.
But no, I do know that's impossible because even if it's not on Steam, it's on your Xbox. So fuck that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm backing off.
Oh, poo-poo. Dude, go change it. Dude, go change it. Go Geggy.
Oh, sick podcast.
Dude, they need to change McCree's name to Geggy. All right, we should probably end before this really just spirals.
Oh!
The Geg dog.
All right, well, we are about to start drinking heavily and then play games.
Mushageg. Hell yeah.
Mushigegi.
Limp gag. This is actually the worst podcast ever, but yeah. Time to drink, fucking play Talisman and fucking other shitty games. Fuck you. Listen to this cast.
Are you smiling?
Hell yeah, I am. I'm gagging. I'm gagging.
Oh!
All right, well, yeah, episode 52. I'm Gag Stew.
And it's your boy, big old Gaggy now.
Oh, my gag. Oh!
Oh, Gaggy.